The morning chat on my channel. Uh, Cindy, thank you for coming. And we're going live from New Hampshire. And today I have my earbuds on because I realized yesterday's audio wasn't that great. And yeah, so I have a little different position for the camera. I got one of those handy dandy camera holders that you put on your window of your car, and you can put it like in your front window. Hey, Phyllis. You can put it in your front window, and that's what I usually had the other one on my dashboard, and this one yesterday I had it on my front window, and you couldn't really see out the window, so now I have it on the side window, and it shows you how great the weather is here in New Hampshire. It is 60 degrees today, 60 degrees, and it's actually pretty. I always say if you don't like the weather, yeah, because it could change that quickly in New Hampshire. But we are on our way to school. I am actually doing, we're calling it Teacher Work Week. It's called Boot Camp, where we kind of get together as staff. We talk about goals for the coming year. And we also prepare our rooms for Parent Night. Parent Night is coming up on Thursday, and the parents can come in, they can meet the teachers, they can, the students can meet each other. It's kind of a drop-in type deal this year. And yeah, so it's been a great time already meeting up with the co-workers. There's a really great group of co-workers at my school. It's a really amazing place to be able to teach, and my youngest boy is going to be going to school there. It will be his final year of high school, so we will be graduating the last of the Bennett clan this year. So it's going to be a momentous year. I am done, as I will graduate as a home educator, mother educator, whatever you want to call it, getting all my kids through school. Hello, thank you all for coming to my channel. I appreciate it. My name is Cindy from New Hampshire, and please give the video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Appreciate your support. The more views I can get, the better. I don't know what I'm going for right now is more watch time, because I need a lot more watch time in order to monetize, and monetization is not, doesn't mean you're going to get rich on YouTube, unfortunately. Unless you really come up with something really amazing that everybody can't wait to see. And obviously on my channel, I do have a few friends though that I like to keep in touch with, and they come and watch my videos, they watch my replays. And this Saturday I'm going to have a meetup with my virtual teacher friends, and if you're watching this and you would like to join us, let me know, and you can post below and I will send you the Zoom link by email or messenger or something. Obviously I'm not going to put that below this video. But we are going to have a meetup with some of my teacher friends that I met by YouTube. And one friend I met a couple weeks ago, Kelly Tag, who comes a lot to my videos, and she drove to meet me in Virginia a couple weeks ago, and it was so awesome. And I will tell you, it seems kind of weird, but you can meet people on YouTube that you can click with and become friends with, and you meet up with them, and it's like, you've always known each other. It's really awesome. And Kelly and I know each other pretty well. We've talked behind the scenes. She taught my kids on OutSchool some government classes, and she's a really great friend. we've supported each other through some hard times, behind the scenes and everything. And I also have another friend, Evelyn Joy. She said she's going to make it. And we met each other we were in the same company working online, and we met up through that on YouTube and through the company. And then now a lot of my teacher friends are what you call pivoting, and they went to school. And it's hard to make changes. Like, I homeschooled for several years, and when I went to school to teach, I was afraid that I was going to lose my homeschooling friends. And I think that I still have them. A lot of my homeschooling friends have switched to find whatever education works to help their own children, whatever their situation might be. And so, real friends don't drop you because you make a change. And so anyway, I'm teaching in person. My friend Kelly, she went from teaching online to also teaching in person, and she got her master's last year. And then my friend Evelyn Joy, she's got her first teaching job this year, and it's so exciting in person. So we're going to meet up on my channel on Saturday, and I'll put a message on this, on my post to stay tuned, because we are going to have a virtual teacher meetup, and it's going to be so fun. We are going to enjoy it, whether anybody comes to watch or not, but it will be fun. So that's this Saturday. I believe it's 10 a.m. So this Saturday, 10 a.m., stay tuned for a collaboration among teachers. And I said virtual teachers, but a lot of us met as virtual teachers, and we've used these skills to do other things. Now, I am teaching in person this year. I also do have my Can Do tutoring business, and I have a small clientele at this point, but I don't want a lot of people because, I also am teaching in person. I'm also teaching online in the morning. Hey, Phyllis, thank you for the wishes for a great day. I hope you have a great day too. I hope it's good weather in Tennessee. And when we went down to Georgia, it was cold. It was ridiculous. So thank you guys for the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. I'm really needing more thumbs up and engagement, as well as watch time. So I am actually driving in my new car. I bought this car a couple weeks ago because my son Evan needed a car because he's got to work, and our schedules are different for school. And I said, what's money? Let's just buy a car. I need a car more than I need money. And then I need the car to get money. So we had to buy a car, and it's pretty good. It's a Toyota RAV4, and it's not new. It's actually 2013. But these cars, the RAV4s, seem to, take a licking and keep on ticking. So my last car was a RAV4, and then this car is also a RAV4 from the same dealership as well. So it's been good, and I'm thankful for that. What else do we have going on? So I wanted to share in this video a couple stories. So this summer was a good summer. We did a few different things. At the beginning of the summer, we went camping. And we went camping at this place where we bought tents. I got tents. We already had a few things. And I got a new, blow up air mattress, because that's what makes it doable for me, if I can sleep on a nice thick air mattress. So we did that, and we brought up 2 cars actually that week, and we went up. It's kind of like a glamping where they have a large pool. It's a large heated pool. They have a pond where you can do, basic fishing, and the kids can catch frogs and stuff like that. And then, little trails. They have like a base area where you can connect to the internet, but you can't get to the internet from your tent. So you're a little bit off the grid, but not completely. So anyway, we went to this place, and we brought the grandkids. We brought 2 grandkids the first week, the girls, the first couple days. Then the second couple days, my daughter brought up the boys. The boys are a little younger, and my grandson is named Fred. He is named after my dad. And it was really hard to say his name because my dad passed away before he was born. But it's kind of interesting to see how things pan out, because my father loved wildlife, and this kid, Fred, is majorly into wildlife. He loves animals and everything, and he loves to fish. So he brought his little fishing pole, and he's just, trying to fish. And there's this young couple there at the pond, and they were a young couple. They had like a little 2-year-old kid, and they were talking to Fred, and Fred just kind of went right in between the two of them and started throwing his casting his pole. And I would say they're like 6 feet on either side of him. And he's just talking and just having the time of his life, enjoying people, talking, fishing, all the things he loves. And, it's this little tiny pond, and there are people kind of all around the pond, and everybody's just really low key. And all of a sudden, Fred pulls up this fish. It must have been about 8 inches long. It was a pretty good size one. And this is kind of like catch and release type of thing, but it was so exciting. And he's the only one on that entire pond that caught a fish that I saw. So we took his picture. He ended up unhooking it and throwing it back in, but it was a memory. Then later, I don't know, the next week or so, my daughter takes him to this area where there's a bunch of same kind of thing, only there was a group of kids there from like YMCA camp or something like that. And there were kids, they were kind of close together, and they're all kind of trying to fish and everything. And everybody's casting their net, their poles and everything. And then all of a sudden, Fred catches a fish. He pulls it in. The fish is all wiggling around. He takes care of it. He throws the hook back in. He catches another one. And he was the only one sitting there catching fish. And evidently, when he was pulling it up, the fish was a little wiggly, and it hit some of the kids, I guess. So my daughter was watching and thinking it was kind of funny, but one of the counselors came up to her and said, "Your son is slapping people with fish, and if you don't tell him to stop, you guys are going to have to leave." So he was slapping. It was definitely not intentional. The third story I'm going to tell you is when we went to the beach last week. We went to the beach, and this is an area where it's just people. They are, at the beach. It's like a cove area at the ocean. There's like rocks on either side. It's very cove-ish. It's not wide open beach, ocean. And so the kids are playing on the rocks. They caught like a lobster. They caught a crab. They looked at the wildlife, and then the tide came in. So they had to kind of come closer to the beach area. while we're sitting there, the adults are here, the kids are a little ways off the other end by the rocks. We could see them. This boat is approaching a motorboat is approaching the beach, and we're talking. We're like, that is not appropriate. Like, why is he coming in where people are swimming? Like, what is happening? And the mothers, me, my daughter, and her friend, we were all chattering about it. And we're discussing it, and the boat comes in and it actually threw anchor out. And so the boys, they come closer, they're starting to walk our direction, and Fred goes by the boat and he tells the two men in the boat, he says, "Did you catch anything?" And they said, "Oh, we weren't really out fishing, so we didn't really catch anything. Did you catch anything?" And Fred said, "No, we didn't catch anything." And the men in the boat said, "Well, you probably don't have the right kind of bait. You guys wait here and I will, go get you some bait." Well, we couldn't hear them. We're adults and we're like, I hope he doesn't get in the boat. I don't know what's happening. Like, we didn't know what was happening. But then the boat started to turn away, and then Fred comes over to us and he said, "Those guys are going to get me some bait." And I'm thinking worms in a bucket. I'm thinking, going to the store, getting worms in a bucket and bringing it back. And I'm like, Fred, he's not going to bring you bait. He's just saying that. And I'm like, I wish people would not tell kids these things, make promises. If he's really going to get you bait, Fred, he would have come to us as parents and he would have told us, "Hey, wait here. I'm going to go get this kid some bait and I'll be back in a few minutes," or whatever the case may be. It was just very strange. So this boat goes away and we're like, okay, it's over. The boat is gone. And Fred's still sitting there going, "They're bringing me bait." And I'm like, Fred, they're not bringing you bait. They don't even know how long we're going to stay here. They don't even know anything about us. They're not going to just bring you bait. Well, lo and behold, after several minutes had passed, we're seeing this boat approach again, and we're like, is that the same boat? Is that them? Is that the two guys? What's going on? Well, they get closer to the shore, and they actually had a bucket. I think they had a bucket. I don't know if they just gave them to him barehanded. I can't remember. I think they had a bucket, and they gave it to Fred with 2 live fish in it. So they went out in the ocean, and they must have put a net down or something, and they pulled out 2 pretty good sized fish. I would say probably 8 inches, 10 inches. We didn't really measure. And so I was joking that Fred caught 2 fish, 2 men, and a boat. And Fred's like, "I didn't catch them." I'm like, "Yes, you did. They came back for you. You didn't even have to reel them in. They came back." So I thought that was the funniest fish story I could ever have thought of. And I just thought, this kid, Fred, it was just a joy for me. We laughed so hard because he's just like, what? I'm like, this just doesn't happen. This is just a story out of the Twilight Zone. This fish, these 2 guys brought me 2 fish. He would have been happy to catch one of those type of fish on his hook, but he didn't. The 2 men went out, they caught him the 2 fish, they brought them back. And how often have I ever been to the beach when a motorboat drives up to the beach and offers kids to bring kids some bait? That has never happened in my lifetime. So I just thought, this kid Fred, he's a wild one, but he is a special guy, and it was a really fun story. So those are my Fred fish stories. I can think of one more that happened at the beginning of the summer when we went, in May, we went to South Carolina to my daughter's graduation, and we actually rented a Airbnb on a lake, and there was like a dock there, and the kids didn't have fishing poles, so my daughter-in-law, she got some sticks, got some string. I don't know where the hooks came from. And they actually caught some little fish on those little fishing poles. And I'm not sure, but I think Fred might have been the only one that actually caught a fish. So those are 4 amazing fishing stories in one summer for one little kid who's 7 years old. 7, 8, somewhere around there. Maybe he's 9. I lose track. They're my grandkids, not my regular kids. But yeah, he's a pretty good kid. He must be like 9. So anyway, it was a funny stories. And my grandson Fred, they have like a farm near them, and they go so often, Davis Farmland in Massachusetts. And they have more than just farm animals. They have goats, they have sheep, they have horses, donkeys, chickens, and they also have they have a reptile guy that comes and he shows them boa constrictors, lizards, and all kinds of stuff. So it's just like perfect for them. So anyway, those are my funny stories from Fred. I told my daughter she needs to make these stories into children's books because they're stories to remember, that's for sure. Anyway, I'm on my way to school. It's a beautiful morning in New Hampshire. This is like the most beautiful part of the road trip. It's built up and it's kind of like going. And this has been built within the last 20 years so that you can get to southern New Hampshire a little faster, I guess. Or maybe so they can get north faster. They can get out of the city. So I'm actually going closer to the Massachusetts border, and my school is in that direction. So it's a beautiful day. It is now 65, so it's warming up a little bit. And we are working on the in-service week. We're going to meet the parents on Thursday, and school is quickly approaching. And I teach math. I'm going to be teaching high school math this year, and I'm looking forward to it. So I hope that you have a great day wherever you are. Please post below. Let me know what you're doing today, and I would love to know more about my viewers. That would be really awesome. And keep in touch. I have a lot of different types of videos. I have some videos about knitting. I have had a lot of people watch my knitting videos, especially the sweater, that zipper down the back sweater, which my friend Kathy Kelly, she typed out for me, and I'm able to share with others. I also have the Outlander shawl, Carolina's Outlander shawl. I also have some crochet videos. If you want to learn how to crochet, I have beginner crochet videos, and I recently made a jelly print video, which is all about how I made a collage out of jelly print papers, which I made with my friend Cherie. And Cherie Burlington, she's another YouTuber friend of mine. She's kind of new, but her videos are taking off. Her viewers love her, and she's an amazing person. She's a friend of mine, and we do art together, and I feel very honored to be her friend and to be able to do art with a real artist. And we were friends before she became famous on YouTube. So, but she might be a famous YouTuber at some point. So we're headed to school, and here we go. Another day It's gorgeous weather. This time of year is very beautiful. I'm not really fond of the freezing cold winters, but we don't really have much choice in New Hampshire. That's usually what we get. Last year was brutally cold. I'm hoping that it's not quite so bad this year. But last year wasn't as much the snow as it was really cold temperatures. I'm hoping it's a little mild this year. Yeah. So anyway, thank you for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great day.